your maid so she can start now and make us a pot of tea. I'm ready for a cuppa myself. And then we can sit and have a chinwag. You can tell me exactly what you fear. Get it all off your chest. As you know what they say, a trouble shared is a trouble halved. Millie didn't see her problems being halved, not even by crying on the trusted Ruby's shoulder, but knew it would be good to talk them through. Ruby had been her maid, and for a long time she had been the only dependable person in her life, a friend more than a servant. When Ruby had married her Tom and decided to settle back here in her native Leeds, Millie had felt bereft. Everything had changed. Life had gone from being a simple struggle against her mamma's desire to elevate her to the upper classes to a devastating discovery of long-held secrets. It was a time when she'd found that her father wasn't the man she'd believed him to be. He'd owned Swift's jam factory in Bermondsey. She'd adored and looked up to him. But all the time, he was taking advantage of his workers, having affairs with the vulnerable who he charmed into believing he loved them. The only good thing to come out of his dalliances was discovering that she had two half-sisters, Elsie and the sadly now late Dot. Dot had looked the most like herself, with the same dark hair and dark eyes, whereas although Elsie had the same features and dark eyes, she took her glorious red hair from her mother. Ruby cut into her thoughts. Lass, think on. Len left you broke, which gave him a good hand of cards, but you've overcome that one, so what's really bothering you, eh? Well, yes, money-wise I'll be fine now, with the generous gift of the proceeds of this house from Mamma. But, oh, Ruby, the letter that was waiting here for me when I arrived from London has shattered me. I knew it had dealt you a blow. You were that happy when you arrived, and I'd said to me ma, nowt can keep my Millie down for long. And it won't, lass, letter or no letter. Millie smiled. She loved Ruby, who always stood for good sense and was a much wiser being than herself, even though she was only 3 years older. Well, this blow will take some getting over. The letter was from Len. He says he has seen a lawyer and has been advised that he has a right to the custody of our child. Oh, Ruby, I couldn't bear it. That bloody swine! By, I could wring his neck for him. Can he do that? Has he really got the right to take your child, or is he bluffing? I have Jordan and Issy working on it. They are a husband and wife team and are my new solicitors. They have been like a rock to me. Completely in my corner, not like the double-crossing Guthridge, my father's old solicitor, who was working with Len behind my back. Also, I'm going to talk to Wilf when he and Mamma get back from the first leg of their honeymoon next week. Do you remember how he helped Elsie and Dot that time? I know he's retired now, but he was the top lawyer in the country. Wilf's son and his wife took over the practice and are excellent lawyers. They are working on trying to prove that Len duped me out of the factory and my property portfolio. They haven't come up with anything that would stand up in court yet, though. But we all know he did. He only married you to get it. I know. Though Millie said this and knew that it was a large part of why Len had wooed her, she also knew that deep down he did love her and still wanted her. He'd begged her to go back to him, and then when she'd refused, he'd tried using emotional blackmail. When that failed, he used threats. These took the form of him saying he could legally take any proceeds she gained from the sale of this land and estate, because capital gains acquired after a woman married belonged to her husband. And now this latest devastating news that he intended to take custody of their child. Maybe I should just go back to him. It would solve so many problems. But no, I could never live with the man who raped my dear Elsie. Surely these lawyers can stop him, lass. They will try. But Len and his father are influential men. They move in all the right circles. They are well respected and have powerful connections. With Len owning the main bank in Bermondsey and soon to become a partner in the largest bank in England, and now owning what was my jam factory and my sizable property portfolio, people such as lawyers